Hey guys, happy Monday. Another week. So did you guys have a good day yesterday for whatever festival it was, the first fire festival? Goldeyes, which is Cornish, which is basically what Luna said. Lug in America. And also, over there in Wales, so Lug, the Celtic god. Alright, it was a pretty nice day yesterday. It was just really nice. Went outside and really just kind of tidied up. I don't know why, and I kind of just spoke my piece to the the land spirits and everything here, and trying to establish if there is actually an entity here, or if it is the manifestation of the collection, or the collective landscape of, what am I trying to say? The collective landscape, the spirits of the landscape. Of everything what a land white should be. So I'm wondering if it's a land white that's kind of protective over this place, or what's going on. So I kind of did a little research. I don't think it's really a land white. Pretty sure there's a bunch out there, but yeah, they're really not too keen on approaching humans at all, since we did come in and kind of destroyed the lands. So yes, I did find a few other things. I could not find anything in the Ritual and Doctrine of High Magic by Eliphas Levi. Couldn't find anything about familiars in there. Anything about the fetch beast? Nothing. So I have no clue about that. But I did find a few different aspects of the fetch beast and our familiar spirits. And unearthing traditional witchcraft, a deed without a name again, and this one's actually called Donning the Mask. And I thought this was really cool because this is like shapeshifting. So I mean, when we shapeshift, we're actually using that our animal spirit familiar fetch beast to double to actually pop it out of us and let it do its thing. So our donning of the mask, after burning incense appropriate to your daemonic self. Now your daemonic self would be, you have figured out who you are resonating with the most, and for me that would be Pan. And I do have a mask for Pan. Now, you're going to go into a light meditative state and visualize before you a mask. Give it all the properties that you would consider to be the most opposite to your daily nature. It must be antithetical to yourself. So that is where you are sensitive. It must be the harsh and bold. It should probably be given Martian and Jupiterian qualities, or where you are bold and brash. The mask should instead be lunar and watery in quality. Alright, so mentally we're doing this. This is all mental work here. Now, mentally construct this mask that gets across all these things you find the most outside of yourself, the most to be outside of yourself. Gaze at the image until you have a very clear sense of pulsing out that power at you. Then, when you feel it almost able to stare back at you, visualize yourself reaching out and placing the mask on. Now what happens here is that by merging with every day or everything that you reject and find least comfortable, a third thing emerges which is neither the original self, which you will find has a talent for resolving contradictions inside its own completeness. When you feel that the third thing, that is neither the daily self nor the anti-self mask, merge, you will be in perfect state to attract the fetch mate. So you may proceed to interact with the fetch mate or simply sit and be in this state. So either way, the fetch mate will be attracted by you in your wholeness. So literally that is taking on, all of everything that we're scared about ourselves, everything that we, toss aside, considering to be, less than, or, evil, which is, is very, very, using that word lightly here, and everything of our shadow self. So literally, Carl Jung, that would be literally going into ourselves and accepting it and embracing that. So that is literally, that's actually a really good exercise, donning the mask. So it's not a physical mask, it's just a pretty much a spiritual one. So you're literally taking that into yourself, those qualities that you don't think that are about you, that are, and those are your qualities. So the negative qualities, you gotta accept. So you have to accept it. Now, acquiring a magical assistant. Now, this is from the Greek papyrus. Don't quote me with these. So, now the following rite, adapted by Lee Morgan. Adapted by Lee Morgan from the Greek magical papyri, is designed to attract a daemon to those who are without one, or who have not reason to believe that they have been thus visited. So, to prepare for this rite, one must abstain from animal food for a week, and also abstain from sex or masturbation for 3 nights to retain one's vital forces. Now go to an outdoors location, preferably a high place, in a pure garment, just washed right before the dawn, and you're going to intone. This is, I don't know what the hell this word is, you guys. So the formula for it would be IARBATHA. Ayurbatha. But the first one you're going to intone is LAEOBAPHRENEMOUN, and then the formula IARBATHA. I'll blog this for you guys, I promise. So, say this as you burn frankincense and pure rose oil in an earthen censer on ashes from the planet Heliotrope. Now, if this plant, from the plant, not planet. Now, if this plant can be found, while you burn this, go into a light meditative trance, and you must then await a sign. The traditional sign was that something would be seen to descend from the sky and leave a token for you, in some form of an omen that seems significant enough occurs possibly in the form of a bird or other creature. Then you should proceed. So that evening, you this time face the moon and burn myrrh, in the same manner that you burn the frankincense. Use myrtle bought to sense the area, and offer this smoke to the lady, who is patron of such pairings between mortals and immortals. So there should be another sign. You may feel you see this in your mind's eye, but it may appear as a shooting star or other flash of lights. At this point, the operation will only succeed if the witch is able to perceive spirits or obtain a light trance. So you've got to be able to go into a light trance state, or you just won't. It won't work. So you have got to be able to go into trance. Now, for it is now that the daemon will appear if one has decided to grant its presence to you. It is said that you should approach the daemon and take his right hand and kiss him. When you have done so, it was traditional to say, this is all going into traditional witchcraft. Alright. I adjure you with this oath that you remain inseparable and not be silent with me. I would have you as a friend, assistant, and come together for loving benefit. Who harms not and answers when I say, appear on earth to me. So, simple enough? Yeah, maybe. Now, when the daemon agrees to this, it is said that you take his hand and jump down into your working space. Jump down. So you're jumping back down into your working space from reaching a state of heightened consciousness. So he says here, I take this to mean that you have been either entirely outside or partially outside your body during this operation, and then that you offer to draw the daemon down temporarily into your world of the flesh. The lure for joining you here involves a well-set feast that you have laid out in offering, including fine wine and possibly some reclining together. So, laying back, just, having a nice time. It is said that he may stay for no more than 3 hours, and that before you let him go, and whenever you wish to call him back, you should call him back with these words. So this is up for you guys to try. I have not tried this one yet. Now, come to me, king/queen. I call you, my god of gods, mighty one, boundless and undefiled one. indescribable, and of great age, be inseparable from me, from this day forth, through all the time of my life and lives. So, that's another way of acquiring a daemon to kind of help you if you have not, achieved any of these other practices, in finding a fetch beast, and you're not sure. So this is a little bit of an alternative. So, we have a lot more to go to. We have fairy doctoring, we have skin fairing, we have a lot of this calling the devil, exorcism even, but not within, Christianity, within traditional witchcraft, Cornish craft. So yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting. So donning the mask, it was just very interesting to me, and acquiring a magical assistant. So we will have to see where that leads us on our magical, journeys. So that would be the daemon lover, and then you can just connect them all. So just connect them all, but they're still not all the same. They're still, integral parts of us, inside of us. So I keep finding all this stuff about familiars, and I keep thinking I'm done, and I'm far from done. So let's do some coffee talk. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting. But and I love talking to. And I froze. I keep freezing. I love talking to partial sun. I love, that we basically have the same type of, our framework is heavily influenced by Cornish witchcraft. And I love it. I love it. I love what you do. I love how you work, everything that you're doing. And, it's, everything seems a little frustrating to you too, and it does me as well. For me, it's still personally hard for me to do a compass. Last night, we talked, me and you, partial sun, and it just dawned on me how to actually lay a compass, and I did it. And I don't know how, I don't know why, but it worked. So that's and then the energy raising, and that's just it's still I still have troubles differentiating between all of these different things that you've got to learn and you've got to practice. So I'm still learning too, guys. Send me your ghost stories if you have any, if you want them read. I'm very interested in your ghost stories. I want some legit good ghost stories, like encounters with encounters. Alright, so let's see here. Blade and Broom, I love you. I love your channel. You are so amazing. I do. Alright, let's see. Hopefully I'm not asked again to confirm my identity. Sorry, we have our roofs being put on. The renovations have begun, and I don't know how the land spirits are going to react, which would be the whites and the dryads, and I don't know how the apples, Mr. and Mrs. Apple, are going to react. So, I'm not 100% sure. It's just kind of like, Alright. Let's see. There we go. There's the comments. The partial sub. You guys are finding my video on Bathsheba Sherman. Yes. Just so you guys know that there's no evidence of her living in that farm at all. She may have lived, somewhere around there, but she did not live there. And there's nothing undocumented paper about her. So people that are claiming things about Bathsheba in that comment section, which might be turned off. People that are saying, we've done extensive research with paperwork. No, you didn't. There's no paperwork on Bathsheba. She was actually the woman that hung herself. She was like 98 years old, 92 years old. Arnold, the woman, went to the barn and hung herself way before Bathsheba was even born. And that's the entity that Andrea and her mother and her sisters and her father swear was, oppressing her mom. And it was not Bathsheba. Anyway, sorry. Alright, partial sun, hi you. Hey Ryan. I've added more photos of my ancestors on the altar, including my great 3 times grandpa and my great aunt, who was lady of the night, as well as granny, who passed recently. Aww. They told me they don't want to use the cards at the moment, but rather they want to talk normally without the cards. I agree. Yeah, I totally agree with that too, because I don't need the cards to really talk to them. So, and neither do you, and I know that. I kept on asking questions though, through the cards, and I kept getting yes and no answers. That felt very short. It could be them saying, hey, yeah, let's talk, instead of, doing it through the cards, so you can actually, differentiate between your own voice, their voice, the voices you're picking up when you're reading the cards with them. So it's different. It's very different. I love your work, though. I love everything that you're doing. Alright, Lenieth? Did I say your name right? If I didn't, I'm so sorry. You have such a beautiful, calming voice. Thank you. Oh, that was the true story of Bathsheba Sherman. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Hex Ogden, hi. So much green, looks beautiful. Over here in Arizona, it's just too brown. Beautiful, but too brown. And it's a dust storm season. Oh. I can't imagine my allergies. I would have to have. I don't even know. Sheila, hi my love. Wish I could sit outside again. The air quality, I know. It's bad. It's affecting me, and I don't get affected. It just drives me insane. Soul of Thorns, hello. Lady Witch, hi. Cindy Miller, hi guys. Santa Muerte and Harley, Brent Edwards, Lord Welp, Kara, Layla Custa, J Phoenix, hi my bro. Beetle Depth 3000, hi Diane, Hannon, I love you to death. Kate the Witch, Sky Sullivan, Ava Lagasse, my Queen of Negativity, I love you guys, and Yuichi. I like saying your name, so sorry. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that little, a few little, pointers, or, just a little, few excerpts from that book, which is amazing, and I still recommend that you guys go get the book. Deed Without a Name by Lee Morgan. Incredible book. I mean, you have so many years of witchcraft, traditional witchcraft, condensed down to just one book with the basics, and it does go on beyond the basics, and it's beautiful. So, a beautiful book. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all of your amazing comments. I love you guys with all my heart. Please be safe, stay happy, healthy, all that good stuff. And I love you guys all the way from Venus, of course, all the way back down. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So everybody just please, yes, stay safe and healthy. And I will see you all tomorrow, and I love you guys.